the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in, race fans, here to the Volusia Speedway here tonight for the 802 Modified Series tonight, presented by G-Stone Motors. Well, what a heck of a year it has been. We haven't seen you, race fans, since way back in March. My name is Roger Muth, high above here with the Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you all the racing action this season here on the dirt side of things. I'm honored to be here back for the third season here of 358 Modified Competition. Where have we been? Well, season 1, we were all over the globe. 3 tracks back and forth from Charlotte to Volusia, Eldora, and, well, we wound up with Speedy Brissett picking up season number 1. Last year, season number 2 with the 358 Modifieds, Damian Ward came out like a barnstormer, winning everything he could absolutely take from these drivers. And now tonight, we start season number 3 right here at Volusia. 50 laps the race distance for our feature coming up a little bit later on, as 37 drivers have made their way here virtually to the Volusia Speedway tonight. Tonight we do start at Volusia before we head to Lernerville, Charlotte, Knoxville, Oswego. We come back here to Volusia again in January before we head to Lernerville, Charlotte, Oswego, Limaland, Weedsport. We even make a stop at Eldora. Then we come back to Volusia for the 3rd time, Charlotte, and we wrap things up on April the 1st. And I'm telling you, race fans, that is not an April Fool's joke. We will be back on April the 1st, which is the 15th points race of the season at the brand new Oswego Speedway here on the iRacing.com platform for the biggest race of the season. That will be a 100-lap feature event to crown the Season 3 champion. So I welcome y'all. I hope y'all are getting ready to at least experience some of the dirt side of things here on iRacing. Some of the drivers you will see here tonight not only are warriors here on the iRacing.com platform, but some of your local stars, champions, idols, and heroes from your local short tracks and all around the country. We have Canadians, we have drivers out of the United States. A lot of the drivers that you see here tonight up and down the eastern seaboard, the northeast, predominantly here tonight for some of these drivers. So, who do you got? Who are you going to pull for? Is it going to be Craig Bristol, Dean Reynolds, maybe Anthony Roselli? How about the Tennessee driver of Jason Griffith? Well, maybe it's C.J. LeVere out of New York. There's plenty of drivers here tonight for you to pull for, race fans, but this is not the only series with the 802 iRacing League. Of course, we have the 802 Cup Series that just started down the street here at the Daytona International Speedway just a couple days ago, where Jacob Bowen was able to pick up his first win of the season on the Cup side of things. Catch all the Cup side of things action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Brett the Jet calling all the shots all season long on Sunday nights. But it's a Tuesday night. As you see, the iRacing.com pace truck up here virtually down there. So what do you say we head trackside to get the dirt car? Starting a lineup here tonight. This is heat race number 1, and it's going to look like this. Glenn Sphere starting out there onto the top spot. That's car number 99. It is outside. How about the number 29J? That's Justin Carby. And it's going to be Joshua Leclerc in car number 7. He'll roll from P number 3. It's the Venom Racing 09 entry here. He'll start 4th. That's going to be Brian Lawson. Russell Martin in the number 91. The driver out of Pennsylvania will start P number 5 here tonight. And John Morano in car number 33 is back here for the iRacing stables. He'll start back in 6th. Cody Harris in the number 20 entry. Driver out of New York will start back into the 7th spot. And how about the 007? That is the Agent Bachman entry out of the Full Throttle Motorsports stables. He'll start back into the 8th position. Season 1's champion starting shotgun to the field here tonight. Starting back into the 9th position, it's going to be the 03 of Speedy Brissett. And well, if it isn't the old number 59, actually starting back there, it's going to be a Brissett all back row here in heat race number 1. That is going to go to the number 59. That'll be Steven Brissett. That's your 10-car field brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series. Super Dirt Car Series, you can catch them over there. Well, they just wrapped up the season. Did you catch the racing action? Dean Reynolds and his crew all down there getting everybody settled in at the dirt track at Charlotte. They wrapped up their season, crowned another champion, and the championship went north of the border. Where will the championship go this year? Will it stay right here in the great state of Florida, virtually? Or will it head north of the border? We're ready to go here as these drivers are pulling away. The, well, itinerary here for tonight, race fans. 10 laps, 4 heat races we are scheduled for, I was told. And if we need it, we will go to a C main, a B main, or, well, call them 2 B mains actually here. iRacing calls it a C and a B, but it would be 2 B mains, taking 5 drivers out of our heat races, 2 drivers out of each respective last chance qualifier here tonight. That will give us 24 cars to start our feature event here tonight at Volusia for the season opener. I don't know about you race fans, but it's been a long off season, and I am ready to rock and roll here tonight. One more pace lap here as we get to see the drivers all come by the flag stand. Glenn Sharp out front with Carby to the outside. Who's your favorite driver here in heat race number 1? Only 5 of them going to qualify right here out of the first heat race of the evening. This track here at Volusia will go through multiple stages here tonight, starting tonight's event at 15% track state. So just a little bit of wear and tear. Tonight, though, by the end of all the heat races and our B mains tonight, we will head into that 50-lap feature by the end of it. This track is going to be high, wide, and I'm telling you, these guys are going to be going around the outside. iRacing.com pace truck will make its way to the safety of pit road, ready to go here. Green flag into the air for the first time this season. Great start by the number 7 of Leclerc. You already see him working down the back straightaway on the inside. He's got Glenn to the outside, but he'll a slick spot. He'll slide it up the speedway. Glenn going to lead the opening lap here of our heat races tonight. So as Sharp is out front here, Lawson is now second. Leclerc has dropped back into P number 3. There is the number 33 of John Morano. As there you see now Lawson going to open up the middle groove as he's trying to keep that right rear and a little bit of moisture up around the outside. Plenty of moisture right now. Track still juiced up at only 15% usage. Remember, taking the top 5 right now, that 5th place driver right there, the Full Throttle Motorsports 007. That's the Bachman entry, the agent down low, trying to get around John Morano. Morano now holding the transfer spot. Cody Harris is just behind him, but Bachman going to check it up on the bottom side of the speedway. There goes Morano, high, wide, and handsome going around the outside here. He now takes back the 4th spot. You are watching with just 5 laps to go here in the heat race. You are watching the transfer spot. Here comes Harris, Cody Harris in the number 20 entry. There you see him being very ginger there on the outside, trying not to overstep, getting 4 in the fluff. Steven Brissett's right there. There's the number 59 of Steven Brissett. Speedy Brissett's back there. Then it's Russell Martin. Justin Carby has also, obviously pulled it to the infield here tonight in his heat race. It'll be the old popsicle sticks this time by Glenn. Has led all the laps here. So Glenn Sharp out front. Here comes Lawson. He's going to make the move down to the bottom side in turn number 1. Slide it up through. Not going to be able to. Here comes Leclerc. Leclerc trying to cross him over. Not going to happen. Bachman still down on the bottom side. Here's John Morano. Oh, 1 car into the inside wall there. That was the 007 of Bachman as the white flag is flying. You got a battle for the race lead as Lawson going to slide in front of Sharp, but watch the transfer spot back here as they work down the back straightaway. Here comes the 007, one final ditch effort down to the bottom side. At the line, though, it is going to be Sharp. It'll be Glenn Sharp, Lawson, Leclerc, Morano, Bachman will sneak it in the backside there. So Glenn Sharp will take heat race number 1. So a good battle there in heat race number 1. That brings us to, well, heat race number 2, and they're going to come to the grid just like this. It'll be the driver out of Texas, driving car number 3 here tonight. That'll be Garen Brimmer. He'll lead us to the green flag. To the outside of him, the driver out of Pennsylvania. He'll pilot car number 2 here tonight. That'll be Harold Klump. And how about Jeff Sharp, the Thunder Ridge Racing, number 28. He'll start P number 3. Stephen Ritter at the number 16 entry will start back into the 4th spot. And the driver out of New York, driving car number 39 here tonight. That'll be Craig Bristol. Another driver out of the Pennsylvania ranks, driving the 07 here tonight. That'll be Anthony Roselli. He'll start back at 6th. Logan Wentz, car number 18. He'll start number 7. Gary Steele in car number 88 will start back into the 8th position. He's the Florida driver here tonight. And how about Kelly Wheeler? Wheeler will start back into the 9th position here in our second heat race of the evening. So, 9 drivers, another 5 will qualify here out of this one. Who will be the driver to qualify? Will it be Brimmer right off the front row, or will it be somebody like Kelly Wheeler who will start back shotgun to the field? 9 drivers, 10 laps, 5 to qualify. Next time by, the green flag drops, and we do it all again here for the second time tonight. So what do you say, race fans? It's been a good opener so far here for these 358 modified drivers. Remember, tonight's event is brought to us by our friends from G-Stone Motors. G-Stone Motors, located in Middlebury, Vermont. It is your certified Ford dealer. You need a Ford to get your rig up and down the street to the racetrack? Well, G-Stone Motors has that sitting on their lot today. If they don't have it on the lot, you can special order your next Ford over at G-Stone Motors. Ready to go, though. Which one of these drivers are going to have the best motor this time out of turn number 4? 358 Modifieds coming live out of turn number 4 this time. It'll be Brimmer and Klump on the front row. The 3 of Brimmer are going to slide up in front of the 2K entry. Harold's going to get boxed in because here comes Jeff Sharp on the low side. He'll go low, a little bit problems towards the back. Logan Wentz and Kelly Wheeler along with Craig Bristol making a little contact that time. Now Bristol going to fall back. Opening lap going to go to the number 3 of Brimmer. A little more contact back there as they're going to go 3 wide. Roselli going to go into the middle. Wheeler trying to follow the 7 of Roselli straight up the gut like a running back here on the opening laps of this one. The 88 of Steele trying to work the high side there in the white and black with the gold number 88. Look at them 3 wide through the corners. Brimmer has checked out here over Harold and Ritter, who are running second and third. Steele and Wentz, Steele and Wheeler, Wheeler and Wentz. It keeps bouncing back and forth right here on the bubble. Look at a 3 wide. They're going to nerf bar down into the corner. Sideways for the 88. Steele trying to gather it up. He got it sideways there off the contact with the number 18. That is Logan Wentz. That made a little contact with Wentz. There you see the 16 of Stephen Ritter. Ritter working the outside in the leaf guard entry. Down to the bottom side, that is Logan Wentz. Remember, he started back into the 7th position. He's now worked himself up, which is 2 laps to go this time by. He's worked himself into P number 3. Ritter and Steele right now sitting on the last 2 spots in. Roselli and Wheeler, Bristol and Sharp on the outside looking in here. Brimmer looking good as he has himself about a 3-car length lead here as he's working through turns 3 and 4. Now it shrinks down to about just a 2-car lead as the white flag is up. Brimmer trying to pick up a heat race. Brimmer, the driver out of Texas. Brimmer for the final time through 3 and 4. He'll pick up heat race number 2. Then it'll be Klump, Wentz, Steele, Ritter. Ritter will take the final transfer position. Roselli, Sharp, Wheeler, and Bristol all will have to go to a last chance qualifier coming up here just a little bit. So another 5 drivers in. Another 9 coming here onto the grid, and this is how they will line up for heat race number 3. Randall Dixon in the number 11 entry will start P number 1, the driver out of Virginia. And how about the Georgia driver? It's Jimmy Kaikis in car number 116. He'll start P number 2. Daniel Smith in car number 57 will start back into the P3 position. And how about one of those tap dancers? He goes by Scotty Riome. He will pilot car number 4. He'll start in P number 4. Dylan Kinsey in car number 39 will start back into P number 5, while Connor Baker in car number 10 will start in 6th. Racing Jason out of Tennessee in the number 98 coming out the gate here tonight, running into the 7th position on that starting lineup. And how about Lucy in car number 5? Randall will start P number 8. And another one of those Brissett drivers. It must be a bad pill draw night here for the Brissett Racing stables, because all 3 Brissetts so far here tonight have started shotgun to the field. So Eddie Brissett in car number 15 will start dead last here in our heat race. This is the 3rd heat race of the evening, race fans. Who do you got this time? You got Racing Jason from the 7th starting spot. What about Brissett? Does he come from the back? What about Kinsey, Riome, Geikus? Maybe Dixon, straight off the top. So on that last heat race, a lot of 3-wide racing action. I expect to see it here in heat race number 3. These drivers so far here tonight have been putting on one heck of a show, race fans. So what do you say? Remember to hit that like button over here on our YouTube side of things if, you appreciate the racing drivers that you see out here tonight. Still a lot more of your favorite racing drivers to come here as heat race number 3. Going to go green flag this time. Geikus and Dixon on the front row. Green flag is dropped as they're already 3-wide, almost 4-wide racing back there right around the cutoff line. Daniel Smith in the white number 57 down on the bottom side of the speedway. He is currently the driver to watch as he is in that 5th position. Down on the bottom there, that 639 entry. We called him 39 earlier. It is actually the 639. That is Kinsey down on the bottom side. In the black and yellow entry, lap number 1 going to go to Jimmy Geikus as he is out front here. 3-wide, a little bars, and one of them into the outside wall. Stay green flag racing for the time being. Another lap gonna kick off the big board. As look at Scotty Riome. He's working down to the bottom side. He's got Dixon and Geikus up around the top side of the speedway here. They're going to come this time by. They will see 5 laps to go. Connor Baker also joining the 4-car hunt. That'll put Racing Jason currently into the transfer spot. But here comes Kinsey down on the bottom side. He found a little bite that time off the bottom side of the speedway in 3 and 4. He's able to take that spot away from Racing Jason. So it's Geikus, Dixon, Riome, Baker, and Kinsey. Kinsey making the bottom work. Everybody else has gone to the freight train top side of the speedway. Look at that. Kinsey picking up spots. Now Scotty Riome thinking about going down to the bottom side. Ran the middle that time through turns 1 and 2. It's working for Kinsey. Now Racing Jason. Trying to go to the bottom. Didn't quite hit the bottom in 3 and 4. 3 laps to go. We're doing it for Dale here in heat race number 3 with just 3 laps remaining. The sun's going down. The stars are coming up here tonight. Jason down to the bottom side. Watch it here as we're going to get 2 laps to go. Racing Jason going to take Connor Baker back 1 spot. So now put Jason there into the final transfer spot here in the heat race. Daniel Smith trying to pick up a spot also as he's right there running into the 7th position. Right now, if you're outside the transfer spot, every spot counts because that's another spot in your respective B main that you will jump up. White flag into the air, and look at Kinsey. He's down here. He is looking. He's trying to get there. Final lap here tonight. Is it going to be Geikus, Dixon, or Kinsey as they're running 1, 2, and 3 out of turn 4? At the line, it's going to be Jimmy. Jimmy Geikus, Kinsey, Dixon, Riome, Griffith. All moving on. So Geikus able to lead those laps and hold on there for that heat race victory. That means another one of those heat races coming to the grid, and this is how it's going to look. Dustin Coggin, car number 44. He will start P number 1. To his outside, it's going to be Clay Christopherson in car number 51. And here's a fan favorite for a lot of your race fans out there, the driver out of Pennsylvania, driving car number 39. That'll be Mike Brewer in car number 39. He'll start P3. How about CJ LeVere back from, running down there in Charlotte with his little Hornet. I call it a Hornet. It's a 4-cylinder, however you race fans would like to call it. CJ LeVere will start P number 4. And how about the man, the myth, and the legend himself, the guy that has more iRacing.com paint schemes for modifieds here than anybody you know. It's going to be the number 79 out of North Syracuse, New York. That'll be Dean Reynolds. And how about McCoy? That's going to be Trevor McCoy in the 00 entry. He'll start back in P number 6. How about Mr. Green, car number 27 here tonight? He will start back in 7th. Sean Green will start 7th. Michael Vattel in car number 213. He will start right there, P number 8. And starting last here, Andrew Hansley in car number 126. And that all-fab Wheatnick Archery number 26. A local familiar car here to, myself in Pennsylvania. So another 9 drivers here for the final heat race of the evening. Next time by, we're going to turn them loose. Who's going to have it? Coggin, Christopherson, Brewer, LeVere, maybe McCoy from the mid-pack, maybe Vattel, all the way from the final row. We're all about to find out together. Well, Isaac out there tuning in tonight. I thought I saw him on the roster here this season. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just misread it. I'm from Pennsylvania, so you got to expect me to make some of those mistakes by reading and spelling and, even talking. Base truck in. Let's line them up 2 by 2. The green flying back into the air for the final heat race of the evening. Goggin working the bottom side. Look at Brewer already going to work on the bottom side of the speedway. He'll make quick work of Dustin Coggin and trying to take the race lead right off the rip. Brewer to the top spot. A little bit of bumper tag that time. One sideways. That's going to be the number 44 of Dustin Coggin. Coggin was all sorts of out of shape down the front straightaway. Now Dean Reynolds is going to look to try and take advantage as he'll pick up a spot. Here comes Green. Green picks up a spot. They're going to bump Coggin all the way back to the 7th position. Right now, Michael Vattel is the transfer spot. There you see the Leadfoot Mafia, number 213 entry. He is the final transfer spot. He's battling with the number 4 of CJ LeVere. There you see the Public Enemy setup shop number 4 of CJ LeVere. He's going to go to the top side, try and block Dean Reynolds. Reynolds had a good run. He got blocked off. Brewer still the race leader with just 5 laps remaining here. Let's take a ride on board here with your Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera here with Dean Reynolds. Reynolds right now into the transfer spot. Just trying to follow Michael Vattel there. Vattel running in 4th. Reynolds running into the 5th spot. CJ LeVere just outside the cut. He's running back in 6th now. Three laps to go, and Mike Brewer has checked out along with... Yeah, it is the 51. I was looking at it, and I'm saying that is not the 51. Well, race fans, I can tell you it is, as 39 of Brewer going to give up the race lead. Clay Christopherson is now out front here. Through a little bit of a block on the number 39 there of Brewer. Brewer thought about crossing back over, not quite able to. Clay working the bottom side. He'll see the white flag this time. So Christopherson trying to run away and hide from Brewer. Back at that cut, it is the number 27. Oh, contact. Vattel making a little contact there with CJ LeVere. It'll be Christopherson, Brewer, McCoy, Reynolds, and Green coming across there in the final transfer spot. LeVere, Coggin, Vattel, Hansley all going to go to their respective B mains here tonight. So it looks like we will head straight into the B mains here tonight, race fans. And, well, that starting lineup brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series will look like this. Out of the B main here, B main number 1, Cody Harris. And car number 20 will start P number 1. Connor Baker in car number 10 will start P number 2, the driver out of Georgia. And how about another one of those Brissettes? There's 3 of them here in this heat. Oh boy, hold on to your hats, race fans. It's car number 59. That'll be Steven Brissett. He'll start P3. Starting at P4, out of New York, driving the number 57 entry. That'll be Daniel Smith. Speedy Brissett in the 03. He will start back into the 5th position. Eddie Brissett in car number 15 will start back in 6th. And yes, I told you there was 3 of them, race fans. That's the 3rd. It's Steven, Speedy, and Eddie. Starting 3rd, 5th, and 6th. The final row here tonight in B main number 1. That'll be Russell Martin. And how about Ronald Loosely in car number 5 will start back there, P number 8. So if I'm reading the notes I was handed here tonight, B main number 1, here tonight. We will take 2 drivers out of B main number 1. We will take 2 drivers out of B main number 2. That will give us 24 cars for the 50-lap feature here tonight at the season opener here at Volusia. Who do you got? Do you got one of the Brissetts? Do you have a Smith, a Martin, a Harris, a Baker? How about a Loosely? Who is it going to be? We're going to find out together. I'm told 10 laps. We'll see if it is 10 laps when we drop the green flag and the scoring monitors come on here tonight. We got to thank all you race fans once again for tuning in here to watch the season opener for the 358 Modified Series brought to us by G-Stone Motors. Here tonight, it is the 802 iRacing League season opener for season number 3. I'm honored to have you all listening along, watching your favorite driver, your star, your cars of your local short tracks. iRacing.com Silverado pace track off the raceway. We're ready to go. Harrison Baker will lead us to turn number 1. 10 laps the distance here as sideways goes Harris. He's going to throw it in. Baker going to go right around the outside, and he'll wall settle turn 2 with the race lead by about 4 or 5 car lengths. Here comes the 03 Speedy Brissett down to the bottom side. Here comes the 59 of Steven Brissett. Lap number 1 is going to go to Connor Baker as he's able to zero 4 wide. Here comes Daniel Smith. He'll go right across the front end there of the number 59 of Steven Brissett. Oh, problems. Cody Harris making contact, I believe that was with Connor Baker. Baker has gone around, and oh no, Ronald Loosely now having a little contact here. We stay green flag racing for the time being here. It'll be 8 laps to go. It'll be Speedy Brissett out front, Daniel Smith in second. Eddie Brissett is back there running in third, and Steven Brissett is fourth. Remember, the top 2 here out of the B main number 1 tonight will go to the feature. So Speedy Brissett, who is the race leader right now, he did win Season 1's championship only by the slimmest of margins. But a champion is a champion. And there he is tonight, trying to lock himself into the first race of the season. As, well, another one of those Brissetts down to the bottom. You see the red with the tears on the side. That is the number 15. That is Eddie Brissett. He started back into the 6th position. He's currently running in P number 3. Has to get to P number 2. This time by, it'll be 5 fingers into the air. It'll be 5 more times around, but Daniel Smith is standing in the way of Eddie Brissett. Speedy Brissett walking away with this one here. Looking at it, Harris is back there still running into P number 4. Remember, he started on the front row, fell back here in the opening laps. Just behind him, that is the number 59 of Steven Brissett. Russell Martin is still out there, and Ronald Loosely is still running into the 7th position, respectively, right now. Three laps to go as your race leader crossed the stripe that time, and I'm looking at it, the inner vault here. Speedy Brissett is starting to lose that race lead that he had. Daniel Smith, who's working the outside, you see him through 3 and 4, right up against what is just a little bit of a cushion right now built up there. 2 laps to go. The popsicle 6. Oh, hard contact that time out of 4. Eddie Brissett going to slap the number 15's right rear very hard off the wall there in turn 4. He falls back into the clutches for Cody Harris. White flag is going to go up. Speedy Brissett trying to pick up the LCQ, or, well, a B main victory here. Daniel Smith looking like he's going to be able to walk into a spot. It'll be Speedy Brissett picking up B main number 1 with Daniel Smith. Eddie Brissett will finish back there in P number 3. It'll be Cody Harris, Steven Brissett, Russell Martin, Ronald Loosely, and Connor Baker. So, 2 drivers moving on there, Brissett and Smith. That's Speedy Brissett and Daniel Smith moving on. Everybody else going to have to watch from the grandstands here tonight. So, another B-main coming up, and there's a lot of heavy hitters in this one, but we're only going to take 2. Starting on the front row here of B-main number 2 here tonight, that's going to be the driver of the number 7 entry. That'll be Anthony Roselli. CJ Lavera start to the outside in car number 4. Well, it's going to be the number 28 of Jeff Sharp. He'll start back in P3. Dustin Coggin and the number 44 will start back and forth. 4s are wild for Coggin. And then it'll be Kelly Wheeler. Wheeler back there will start in 5th. Michael Vittel will start in 6th. And then it'll be Craig Bristol back into the 7th starting spot. Andrew Hansley back in the 126. He'll start 8th. And Justin Carby, he's got a lot of work. It looks like he will not make the call here for B main number 2. So we're going with 8 drivers, 10 laps the distance here in B main number 2 tonight. Will we have as much excitement as we just had on the first, LCQ, the first B main of the evening? It was an exciting one. First couple laps of that one anyway. Before Speedy Brissett and Daniel Smith were able to pull away from everybody else. I'm looking at this one, and I'm looking from top to bottom, 1 through 8 here. Roselli, LeVere, Sharp, Coggin, Wheeler, Vettel, Hansley, Bristol. I'm telling you, there's going to be some very upset drivers here for the season opener as they are going to be going home. They will not make it to the feature event here tonight. Just 2 out of this one. You don't want to start your season by not making the first race of the year. You put yourself in a hole. We do have, I believe, if I read the rule book correctly, we do have 1 drop week this year. Yes, 1 drop week. So, ready to go. I'm ready for that feature, but we've got to get through this race here as the green flag is up with 10 on the board. Well, let's see who the top 2 will be after this. Roselli to the bottom side of turn number 1. Little sparks flying. Got that left rear right into the concrete barrier. 3 wide. There's the 28 is Sharp to the bottom. LeVere in the middle. Here comes Vettel right around the outside and contact. LeVere going to spin it around, and let's see if he's able to keep it going. It'll be Roselli, Coggin, Sharp, Vettel, Wheeler, Bristol, Hansley. Coggin sitting on the bump. Sharp to the bottom side this time through 1 and 2. CJ LeVere kept his foot in it. He got the 4, turned back around and kept going. That outside working for Coggin right now. Vettel just behind him in the similar white. Oh, little contact that time, though, as the number 44 of Coggin tried to get the car pitched down into the corner. Coggin under attack here. I thought Sharp was going to throw it in there. Try to go for a slider that time through 3 and 4. He won't, but look down here into the corner. He drives it off. He drives it straight like he's almost on asphalt, and then all of a sudden the car rotates in the center of the corner, and that 28 drives off. He is in the transfer spot, but that time slipped it up going into turns 3 and 4. At the line with 5 to go, it's Roselli, and then the battle that you're watching. Sharp, Coggin, Vettel, and Wheeler all right here with the opportunity. Now Sharp that time with a great run through the center of 1 and 2. As he slides up in front of the 44 of Coggin. This time through turn 3, though, he ran it through the middle and it just did not stick. Wheeler closing in now with 4 to go. Sharp still to the bottom. What does he do down here in turns 3 and 4? This has been the struggle point for the number 28 of Jeff Sharp. That time a great run. 3 to go at the line. Give it to Roselli, then Sharp into the final spot. Coggin that time a little bit too sideways as he entered turn 1. This time it's going to be, well, look at the momentum he actually carried. May have called it a little too sharp, maybe a little too sideways, but he's able to carry it. Look at him 3 wide. Here comes Wheeler with just 2 laps to go. Wheeler going to put the 11D down to the inside. And Sharp going to give up the spot. Sharp goes from battling for a transfer spot all the way back into the 5th spot now. The white flag is up. Anthony Roselli takes the white flag, just has to get back around here one more time. Coggin still holding on. Who's going to take that 2nd position? Roselli has checked himself out. At the line here, it's going to go to Kelly Wheeler. It'll be Roselli across the line with Wheeler. Coggin finishing 3rd. He'll finish 1 spot out here tonight. Vettel, Sharp, Bristol, Hansley. Heck of a run here tonight for these drivers at Volusia. I'm telling you, race fans, I look forward to this all season long. Right here tonight for these drivers trying to lock themselves in. We have 24 cars now that have locked themselves in. And that 50-lap feature event, race fans, here tonight, brought to us by G-Stone Motors, is coming up here in just a couple of moments. We're going to wet the old whistle. We're going to get that national anthem played here tonight, race fans, and we'll be back with that 50-lap feature brought to us by G-Stone Motors.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I've been doing this a long time. Well, I'll tell you, working the farm, it gets you in great shape for the season. It is hard to get up in the morning sometimes. But a lot of people believe in me. And there's always work to be done on the farm. When I decided to buy a truck, I went to G-Stone Motors. Because first of all, they are nice. I checked twice. They got me exactly what I wanted when I needed it. And it came with all the bells and whistles. Those heated seats, definitely a favorite feature of mine. I travel halfway around the world to get my truck serviced. That says a lot. You can buy a good truck anywhere, but finding a team of people you can believe in, now that's something special.
Welcome back here, race fans, to Volusia here tonight. You just saw it. Hey, Christmas time is coming, race fans. Just, well, Black Friday comes first, Thanksgiving before that, but then Christmas. You know where you can buy your loved one a special gift that they will, well, use every day? Why not a, brand new car over at G-Stone Motors? I'm telling you, race fans, take a look. But it's time. Tonight, the 358 modifieds here tonight at Volusia are ready to go. With the 24 car field is set as they are just getting ready. The final touches going on these virtual machines here tonight as we're ready. As I told you it was 24. I'm being told, well, we're going to throw the curveball here all of a sudden. Let's start 30. Why not? Let's throw some more of your favorite drivers out there. And let's start it up because it's a lot of cars to get through. Here tonight, starting on the front row here of our feature at Volusia, it'd be the 09 of Brian Lawson. Garen Brimmer, driver out of Texas. He'll start P number 2. Jimmy Geikus in the 116 entry will start 3rd. And how about Clay Christopherson? He'll start back in 4th. 5th tonight is going to be Glenn Sharp in the number 99. Harold Klopp in the number 2 will start back into the 6th spot. Kinsley will start there in 7th. Mike Brewer will start 8th here tonight, while Josh Leclerc will start back in 9th. Logan Wentz will start 10th here tonight. Randall Dixon in the number 11 will start 11th. Trevor McCoy in car 00 will start there into the 12th starting position. Starting 13th will be John Morano in car number 33. Gary Steele in the 88 will start 14th tonight, while Scott Rayome in the number 4 will start 15th. Dean Reynolds will start way back into the 16th spot. How about Bachman? He'll start in 17th. Ritter will start back into the 18th spot. Racing Jason will start the number 98 back in 19th. 20th spot will be Mr. Green. That's Sean Green in the car number 27. He'll start 20th. 21st starting spot here tonight. Speedy Brissett. Starting 22nd, Anthony Roselli. Daniel Smith will start 23rd. 24th will go to Kelly Wheeler. Eddie Brissett will start 25th. Dustin Coggin will start back in 26th. 27th will go to Cody Harris. Michael Vittel will start back there in 28th. And the shotgun to the field, last row, Stephen Brissett and Jeff Sharp. That's your starting lineup. We were going to go with 24, but why not pack 6 more onto the racetrack? They're out there, race fans, as they come down the back straight away. 50 laps. 50 laps is what we got. This time by, we're going to drop the hammer as the iRacing.com Silverado pace track is off the racing surface. 50 laps here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series. Brimmer looking to lead lap number 1 here. It'll be Brimmer. Lawson, Christopherson across the line. Trouble down in turn 1. One up against the outside wall. That's the 00. The 00 up against the outside wall. That is going to be Trevor McCoy there in the 00. Being told some other drivers, it looks like McCoy had some problems. Daniel Smith had some problems. Logan Wentz, Mike Brewer also involved. Looks like Wentz has already pulled to the infield there. There's Brewer in the Kubota. Number 39 pulling up to the field. Take a look back here. What happened? There is the number 39. He was towards the front of the field. Let's watch it down into 1. Oh, got tagged from behind by the 18 of Logan Wentz. Wentz and Brewer wind up on top of each other. Didn't see what happened to the 00, though, there of Trevor McCoy. Let's take a look here. Maybe we can see. Watch the 00. He's on the outside, the red machine. He's actually right behind the 39 and the 18. No, he was involved, and then he got tail slapped there by the 88 as he came on through. So a little bump and a little banging here to start our feature event here tonight. Replays here this season brought to us by our friends over at the Super Dirt Car Series. So the first caution flag of the evening flying. Should be able to double these drivers up. One driver is down on the infield to our hot pits here tonight, and that is the number 18 of Logan Wentz. We're going to see if he can make it back out here, but we are being told here by race control to double him back up. We're ready to go back racing here tonight. Brimmer is still the race leader with Brian Lawson there running in P number 2. Christopherson back there in P3. Geikus in 4. Kinsley and Klopp. That is how they are running. Pace truck about to make its way off the racing surface. That means pedal to the metal, green flag back into the air. Brimmer trying to slide through 1 and 2. Here comes, though, 3 wide racing for the race lead. 3 wide racing as Brimmer, Brimmer going to lose the race lead there as Lawson went to the outside. Clay Christopherson as the caution lights are on. Believe we got a lap in. I'm being told John Morano having some problems. Yeah, you can see the front end of the number 33 has got a little damage. Let's watch it back. There is the 33, Morano racing number 33. Let's see what happened here to John. Oh, what happened actually out in front of him. Dean Reynolds. And I believe that was the 00 there. Got together, and with the speeds we're carrying here tonight, everybody got involved. Let's watch that 79, the Super Dirt Car Series number 79, right in the middle of your picture frame. Oh, a little contact there, the 99 into the 00. Reynolds looks like the front end collapsed on the 79. You see it's down on the dirt as he's down in 3 and 4. Little chaos out behind him then. Take a look here, right on board. You're riding on board with the number 28 here of Jeff Sharp. Nowhere to go. Just nowhere to go. The back straightaway getting all sorts of clogged up. As I'm being told, we should be able to double them back up here to be Clay Christopherson, Brian Lawson, Dylan Kinsey, and Jimmy Geikus. Looks like Christopherson going to take the bottom side of the speedway, so we'll see if we can get this event started back underway. We've only got 5 laps officially completed here tonight out of the 50 lap schedule for our feature event. Only one driver right now has not returned to the racing surface, and that is going to be the number 59 of Stephen Brissett. Everybody else is back out. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. Let's try it again. Christopherson with a great start. Here comes the number 639 of Dylan Kinsey down to the bottom side. 3 wide racing action all through the field. Back here, the 007 of Bachman. Locked in a 3 wide battle. That 3 wide battle's got Scotty Riome to the outside, and I believe that is Sharp, Glenn Sharp in the middle. Sharp in the middle, and they're pulling up on Gary Steele right there. They were almost 4 wide racing. One going to lose the nose out of the corner. That's going to be the driver out of Pennsylvania in car number 2K. That is the 2K, Harold Klopp. There in the number 2K. One driver going backwards. That is going to be Sharp. Sharp in the 99 has already lost 7 spots here in the first 7 laps. Out front, though, there's the race leaders. The number 51, Christopherson. Kinsey out front with Lawson running right there behind him in P number 3. Some good racing, though, all over the race track tonight. There's the 79, Dean Reynolds. You saw the front end collapsed on the number 79 Super Dirt Car Series entry. Well, these drivers do have what they call a backup car or a fast repair here in the gaming world. So Reynolds able to go down pit road to the infield, to the hot pits. Got a new car. Able to start shotgun to the field, try to work his way through. Still got 40 laps here tonight. Got to be patient. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes Kinsey. Kinsey down to the bottom side. He's got the inside there. That number 51 of Christopherson. At the line, it is going to be the driver of the 639 entry. Little bumper tags. Everybody's trying to battle down on the bottom side of the speedway. Look at the 5 cars. Kinsey, Christopherson, Lawson, Brimmer, and Bachman. Jimmy Geikus having some problems. Or maybe that is a transponder. I'm being told that's a transponder having some issues on Jimmy Geikus' car. Oh, the 99 having some problems. Glenn Sharp is around. The caution flag will fly. So So Sharp having some problems. And that will bring out the caution flag for the third time here in the first 13 laps of tonight's event. As you see drivers coming down to the hot pits here to the infield, they will use their fast repairs if they have to here tonight to continue on. Let's check what happens here. So the 99. 99 just got a little high, a little wide. Contact and right up into the outside wall. Nowhere for the 16, nowhere for the 57 to go. Everybody getting involved. Everybody else was able to keep going here and get through the little bit of a, we'll call it the 3-car, a little bit of a melee. As we'll see if we can, looks like we got that Super Dirt Car Series logo stuck right there again. Pretty popular out here. Let's get that screen time. Put it up there. Nope. All right. Production truck telling me we have a little bit of a glitch, but no problems, race fans. We will work through that here tonight. We'll just keep hitting buttons till we get it right. One-man band, we'll just hit all the buttons we need. We got a button for this and a button for that, race fans. So we are 13 laps in. Doubling them back up. So we're going to give it another shot here. Give it another go. It'll be Kinsey, Christopherson, Lawson, Brimmer, the top 4 drivers ready to go. Three cars not making the call. McCoy, Morano, and Wentz. Everybody else back out onto the track. Look at Brimmer trying to come through the middle. Log jam down on the bottom side of the speedway. Go where they ain't, and that's what the 007 of Bachman's doing. Bachman ripping the top side. Bachman, after one lap, picked up another 3 positions. Finds himself now running third. The bottom side coming back now, though. It's Kinsey, Christopherson, Bachman, Lawson, Brimmer. The top 5. Anthony Roselli coming through the field. He's running right there to the outside of the 11D. Is sideways there for the 44. One car going around on the front straightaway here. As the number 15 up and over. Caution lights are on. I believe that was the 15. Yep, that's Eddie Brissett. Patel had some problems also here. We'll take a look here. Contact. The 213 going around. So number 28 there of Jeff Sharp also getting involved. There you see Michael Patel, the front end collapsed on his entry. Want to see one? Look at this. Right along here with the number 15 of Eddie Brissett. Yep, up and over and landing on the side. He's just not able to bring that back. So, a couple cars going to have to go down to the hot pits here tonight, get their final repairs. It's been great racing at the front of the field here tonight. Kinsey's still out front. Christopherson, Bachman, Lawson, Brimmer, Scott Rayome. Biggest driver, well, I say biggest driver, the biggest man here tonight that has kind of laid it on the table early on. That's the 007 of Sam Bachman. Bachman has picked up here 14 positions in the early goings of this one. Looks like we're going to get that one to go, so we'll go back next time here after the 4th caution flag of the evening has been cleaned up. So it'll be Kinsey to the inside, Christopherson on the outside, Bachman to the inside, Lawson to the outside of row number 2. Brimmer to the inside with Scotty Rayome to the outside. Ready to go. It'll be 15 in the books here when we come back around here. Caution flag number 4 cleaned up. And Kinsey says, let's chase to turn 1. Great start there by Kinsey as they work down the back straightaway. The battle is for second. Lawson there trying to get around Christopherson. Same with the 007 of Bachman. Bachman to the bottom side. Brimmer right behind him. Brimmer going to slide up, made a little contact there. That was with the 4 of Scotty Riome, who is running 3 wide in the middle section of this. That's Lawson that was working the outside. Look at them split. Kinsey to the bottom. Christopherson to the top side at the line. Kinsey going to take another lap lead at the front of the field. Christopherson, Kinsey, Christopherson, Kinsey. They're right there. Back and forth. Crisscross. One driver back there 3 wide. That's the 39 of Mike Brewer. Brewer was getting pinballed around. Here comes the 98 of Racing Jason. Look at him 3 wide back here. Jason to the bottom side. Brewer in the middle. Now they settle it out. Dobbs going to go 4 wide again. That's Racing Jason working the bottom side. He'll put Dustin Coggin there in the middle. Harold to the outside. So Racing Jason, the driver out of Tennessee, the only driver out of Tennessee here tonight in the number 98, rolling the bottom side of the speedway. There you see him in the Long Shot Sports Apparel, number 98. Jason returning back to the dirt side of things here this past summer in Tennessee, running some local short track racing down there in Crossville. Coming back to the offseason here to iRacing. As you see him still trying to get around the number 44 of Dustin Coggin. Down to the inside, Speedy Brissett, looking like he had some problems that time through 3 and 4. Brissett having some problems. He's got Anthony Roselli right now. Oh, right behind him, and they're going to make a little contact. Everybody going to have to check up. They check up on the bottom side. That's great for the drivers to the outside there of Wheeler. That's Brian Lawson. He has fallen back outside the top 5. He's back there running into the 9th position. Battle at the front of the field, though, has gone to Clay Christopherson. He is the top spot. Here comes Bachman, though, trying to work the outside also. Bachman trying to take the race lead for the first time here tonight. One car stuck up against the outside wall there. Not sure as the caution flag is going to fly. 1 lap away from halfway. That was the number 33 of John Morano. You see the 33 is officially off the racetrack, but too late. The caution flag is going to fly. As here is why. The Super Dirt Car Series replay. Little bumping. Then the 33 gets stuck up there in the high side of the speedway. No caution flag from the race control, and Garrett Brimmer trying to rip the top side. Didn't even know he was out there. And unfortunately, will bring out the caution flag. So there you see the 33 still down onto the infield. We'll see if he's able to get back out there. Hard impact. I'm sure that will have to take a fast repair if he has one available to him tonight. So a little bit of green flag racing action there. They got to stretch their legs for you. Lights are still on here, race fans. So while we have the moment here, a little bit of break in the action, we got to thank all you race fans for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network here tonight. My name, Roger Muth, bringing you all the calls here, the sights, the scenes, the one-man band, if you will, here in the studio here in Pennsylvania. That's right, we're coming for live from you from Pennsylvania. Virtually the racetrack, though, Volusia Raceway. These drivers all over the country, and, well, some of them north of the border. Our friends from Canada joining us here on iRacing. That's one of the best things because, well, we're all in our respective countries, our respective states, our respective houses, our, well, maybe our garage or our man caves, or, well, I believe Dobbs. I was going to go there, race fans, but I'm going to leave it actually go. I'll leave that joke for a little bit later into the season here. It's been a while. I don't want to bust on my good friend Dobbs out of Tennessee too early, too often. But I can tell you that Scotty Riome guy, he's going to put his tap dancing shoes on. Scott Riome goes tap dancing in the offseason with the Brissett boys. I thought it was a little bit of an odd combination myself, but hey, that's what they do up there in the, well, Plattsburgh, New York area, I heard. I'm just saying, race fans, that's what I hear. That's what they gave me the notes in the driver's meeting, and that's what's on there for Scott Rayome and the Brissettes. Green flag back into the air, though. We're going halfway once we come back across the line. So Christopherson with another great restart. Bachman going to slide from the bottom to the top, and that's going to open up the bottom side. Clay Christopherson back to the race lead. Scotty Rayome there trying to take the third spot. Kinsey down around the bottom. How about Brian Lawson? He's coming back into the top 5 here, but Josh Leclerc says hold the phone. Josh Leclerc working the bottom side. First time Leclerc in car number 7 has been into the top 5 this evening. Well, he looked like he wanted to slide up in front of the 09 there of Brian Lawson, but elected not to. And now Lawson has the momentum. Not going to be able to get back to him there, but that is Dylan Kinsey trying to hold the 7 at bay. 7 of Josh Leclerc getting some summer racing in this year. Having himself a good-looking hot rod all summer long, and, well, right here tonight. Bachman, though, looking like he has the hot shoe because he goes right around the top side of the speedway. Full Throttle Motorsports 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. Leclerc is the outlier, running there into the 5th position. Bachman trying to see, he did lead last time by, so Bachman to the stripe here, back to the point for the first time. And he's trying to bring Scotty Rayome. Maybe the tap dancing lessons did pay off for the number 4. So as they battle here, where is the good stuff? Right here, race fans, there's the 27 of Green. Green's battling Dean Reynolds, and there's Racing Jason. There's Steve Ritter. And oh, how about the 4 wide racing with Dustin Coggin? 4 wide racing, it's Coggin there, Jimmy Geikus, Speedy Brissett, Lawson, Brewer, Roselli, Wheeler. I mean, you talk about it, they were all right there together. 20 laps to go, and a little bit of a tail slap there between Dustin Coggin and Lawson. Lawson going to try and go high and wide, and looks like Dustin Coggin going to be able to take that spot away from him. There's the number 7. That is Anthony Roselli working down on the bottom side. Speedy Brissett stuck in the middle there. They're going to lean on each other down the straightaway. Leaning on each other. Just trying to make it through to get your position. Sometimes you just got to lean on them and say, hey, I'm down here. Don't muscle me around. I'll muscle you back. It's exactly what they did. 18 to go that time at the stripe. It's Bachman, Rayome, Kinsey, and Christopher still battling for that third spot. Well, we're deep into the field here. I say deep. We're actually only right around the 10th position here with all these cars. I mean, find a spot. They're side by side. Find your favorite driver. Where is he? There's too many out there that are side by side for me to talk about all of them here tonight. But that's the kind of racing we like. We don't like the one lane down around the bottom, one lane choo-choo train around the top side of the speedway. We like to run them side by side for all the racing action. As Mike Brewer says, well, hold on to my beer. I got a Kubota to drive here, or a 39B as he's trying to come up through the middle. He's got Geikus down on the bottom side, and he's got the number 9 of Lawson to the outside. He's going to pick off Lawson. He goes straight top shelf, trying to dig with that right rear, trying to find the moisture. This track really starting to get beat in here tonight. You can see that 39B way up around the outside. So a little contact back there. Dobbs, and I believe that is the 88 of Gary Steele. Made a little contact. There's Brimmer. He's trying to work his way back through the field. You got Ritter right there also. These are drivers all battling around the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th position respectively right now. Laps are winding down, closing in on the 10-lap to go marker. There's your race leaders. We come back live to the front of the field. It's Bachman out front with Kinsey right there side by side with Scotty Rayome. Rayome going bottom side with that number 4 machine. He'll throw the slider on Dylan Kinsey. Kinsey going to try to cross him over as he comes out of turn 4. Oh, a little contact with the outside wall that time for Scotty Rayome. Clay Christopherson just sitting there into the 4th spot saying, make a mistake and I'm going to pounce. Make the mistake and I'm going to pounce. Find the hole and go in that black, red, and green number 51. Bachman starting to run away, though, closing into the 10-lap to go marker. It's Rayome, it's Kinsey, it's Christopherson. Rayome, Kinsey, Christopherson, back and forth. I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to watch through. There's battles absolutely all over the place. We told you. I mean, look back here. They're 3 wide again. It's Wheeler to the inside, Green in the middle, and that was Geikus to the outside. Geikus had to kind of slow it just a little bit, and that's going to put him back there into Brian Lawson territory with Dean Reynolds. Reynolds has rebounded very nicely after a collapsed front end in the opening laps of this one. Bumper tag going to send Geikus up the speedway there right into the path of the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. 10 laps to go. The double high five that time by at the flag stand. Back to the front of the field just for a moment here. 1.5 second gap here from Bachman back to Kinsey and Rayome, who are still battling side by side, who are still exchanging sliders for second place. As they did that, though, look at the 44. Dustin Coggin picking up 21 spots here to be running into the 5th spot with under 10 laps to go. Dustin Coggin in that white number 44. He is not out of it here tonight. And another slide and another exchange of hands there for the 4 and the number 639. So as these drivers continue to battle, Bachman is just loving to... Oh, he is not going to love that. Caution lights are on. The 88 of Gary Steele, I'm being told, has brought the caution flag out. He is the reason. Gonna have to find out what happened here. Here we go. Let's watch the 88. Gary Steele running back into the 25th position. Pulled down to the bottom side of the speedway. Not sure if something broke on the 88 for Gary Steele. He pulled it to the inside on the front straightaway, and they will virtually, obviously, race fans pull him to the infield. So unfortunately, that brings out another caution flag. Watch it back here. You see the 88 off turn 4, loses power, comes to a stop. And that's what will bring out that caution flag here tonight at Volusia. So Bachman, who had a 1.5 second race lead over Scott Rayome, Dylan Kinsey, Dustin Coggin, Josh Leclerc, the top 5 drivers here, that has now gone away. This will be a single file restart here. All restarts under 10 laps to go here in the 802 series goes single file. So with 7 laps remaining. Lights are out. We're going to put 7 laps on the board. You see 8 when they take the green. We'll knock one down. So it'll be Bachman, Rayome, Kinsey, Coggin, Leclerc, Brissett, Roselli, Brewer, Green, and Wheeler. The top 10 drivers. 7 to go. 007 of Bachman ready to fire it off. Back to racing here with just a handful of laps left in this one. Bachman going to get away. He got a great start. Scotty Rayome trying to go after the second place driver of Kinsey, and he'll have him, but here comes Coggin. Coggin trying to go to the bottom side to pick up a spot. Can he take third late in this one? Coggin has had the hot shoe. 23 spots gained for the 44 of Dustin Coggin. Kinsey not letting him take the spot and run away and hide. He'll hold him at bay. There's the 7 of Leclerc. Leclerc going to touch the bars of Kinsey. 5 laps to go as it's the hi, how are you? The flagman waving at him just 5 more times around the speedway here in the season opener at Volusia. Leclerc getting checked up down to the bottom. Speedy Brissett. I got the list there. Speedy Brissett having to check up down there. Roselli now pouncing to the outside. The track has looked like it has migrated from the top shelf to the bottom shelf here as the fast lane around. But don't tell that to Anthony Roselli. Uh-oh, problems. Coggin went around. And with 3 laps to go, the caution flag will fly again here tonight. The 7th caution flag of the evening. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to take the look back and look at it as we were watching just behind him. Super Dirt Car Series replay. Coggin was running into the 3rd position at the time. Oh, Kinsey just got into the back of the 44. Watch this riding on board with the Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera here with the 44 of Dustin Coggin. Just the slight tap to the bars of that number 44 from the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. will turn him around, and unfortunately, that will bring out our caution flag once again. And man, we were getting close there to finishing this one off. It'll be 2 laps to go. We do have overtime here if we were to need it, race fans. Overtime being 2 green-white checkers if we get that far. If we get the white flag, the next driver back to the start-finish line will end this race, though. So pretty much if we see the white silk flying here tonight at Volusia, it will be over. If we don't, we will bring them back. We will give them 2 green-white checker attempts, and if we can't figure it out in 2 green-white checker attempts, tonight's race will be over. So the 7th caution flag here tonight. Bachman wanted this one to be over. I'm telling you, he thought it was over. I'm also being told the 639 has been assessed a penalty. Dylan Kinsey will have to start at the tail of the longest line. So Kinsey, who was battling for 3rd, made the contact with the 44 of Coggin, now has to go to the tail of the field. So the field lined up, it will be Bachman, Riom, Leclerc, Brissett, Roselli, Brewer, Green, Wheeler, Lawson, Geikus, the top 10. We're ready. Pace truck ready to make its way to pit road, to the safety. It's been all Bachman since the halfway point. Green flag back into the air. A great start by Scotty Riom. Leclerc lagged that time just a little bit back. Didn't get the start. Can he hold off Speedy Brissett? Brissett had to come from a last chance qualifier here tonight. A white silk this time in the air. Final trip around the speedway. Bachman picks up the white flag, so the first driver back here to the start-finish line tonight will pick up the win. Who will it be? Final trip down the back straightaway here for Bachman. He'll be looking for the the white and black, the checkered flag. We'll get it right. Bachman here tonight going to win the season opener. It'll be Bachman, Riom, Leclerc, Brissett, Roselli, Brewer, Green, Wheeler, Lawson, and Geikus, the top 10 drivers here tonight. Everything is unofficial here tonight, race fans. The left-hand side scoring is how they come across here, but it is unofficial here tonight. I just want to make sure everybody understands the unofficial results here. We have to tally it all up. We will get to talk to some of your top drivers here as you see them down on the front straightaway. There's your number 1 and number 2 cars. It looks like Leclerc will come in here in the number 7 entry. So we'll talk to as many of the top drivers as we can here tonight. I believe we're going to at least get to talk to, I believe, Bachman and Riom. I'm not sure if we're going to get Leclerc on the old headset here. We will try for all you race fans. So what do you say? We're going to take a quick step away here from Volusia, and we're going to try to get your top finishing drivers on the headset so you can hear what they have to say after 50 laps of feature racing competition. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back here tonight with that post-race show.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
At G-Stone Motors, our customers know the value of hard work. So we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here to Volusia Race Fans. We've wrapped up that 50-lap feature event, a handful of caution flags, but we got some good runs in here tonight, and we were able to see what these drivers had on that longer run here for the season opener at Volusia. So the G-Stone Motors post-race show coming at us. We have the top 3 drivers here tonight after the 50-lap feature event standing by here to talk to us. So what do you say we head trackside, talk to the winner here tonight, kick things off with the driver of that 007. How about it, Mr. Bachman? You're able to pick up your first career win here with the series, and it starts season 3 off with a bang.
Oh yeah, it feels pretty good to get a win out of here. To be honest, Volusia is probably not one of my favorite tracks. I was just telling Scotty earlier that it's probably my least favorite, but I just kept her in the middle, and it was super gripped up there, so I just kept sticking to it, and I just came out with the win. I guess I was kind of a little nervous about those cautions at the end. I was worried that Scotty was gonna get me, but she was still a little gripped up there and kept it up there.
Yeah, you talk about those caution flags at the end, especially with coming down to that final lap there. That yellow flag came out. What were you thinking when that white flag got pulled back?
I was a little worried. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, could hit the wall or anything. But just time to restart perfect and help Scotty out a little bit, and got the win.
Well, I don't know if you know Scotty or not here, Sam, but he's going to need a lot more help than just what we provided here tonight for him. But walk us through here. How did you start way back? Yeah, we'll call it way back. It was the tail end of the field, if you will. How did you work your way through with all those caution flags early?
I just held the bottom. I didn't. A lot of people didn't realize that the bottom was pretty hooked up at the beginning, so I just kind of stuck down there a little bit until I got all the way up to like about 6th or 5th, and then one caution came out, and I tried the high side, and then that's when I really started trying the high side, and then started the middle again.
Well, it looked absolutely perfect out there. What do you think, though? We're going to leave Volusia. We're going to come back north here. We're going to head to Lernerville next week for the second race of the season. What do you think? 35 laps back home here for me.
It should be a pretty good race. Lernerville is probably one of my favorite tracks, to be honest, especially when it gets a little slicked up and you got to start running the middle there because it makes it pretty racy. But I think it'll be a good race, 35 laps.
Well, before we let you go, how about this one? It's a fresh red carpet, so let's roll it out and hand you the microphone. Who's on all the quarter panels here that make this 007 as fast as it is?
All the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Scotty and Josh are racing a good race, G Sport Motorsport, and 802.
There it is. He's your winner in the season opener here tonight at Volusia. It'll go to the 007 of Sam Bachman. The driver that'll finish one spot behind him. All right, Mr. Tap Shoes. How did you do it here tonight?
You got the wrong guy. Tap Shoes is Ed Brissett.
Oh, no, I'm telling you. They handed me notes before here tonight, Scotty, and it said Scotty Riome and all the Brissetts go tap dancing in the offseason. So they don't lie. It's on the internet.
Those guys might, but I don't know how to dance at all. But, yeah, the car was awesome. I mean, it was so hooked up on the top. I would lift getting into 3 up in the top side in the fluff, and as soon as the car would roll over, I was wide open coming out. All I had to do was just pray to God I didn't hit the wall.
Well, you said take the wheel, that's for sure, because this 4 here tonight, you picked up 13 spots. If I'm not mistaken, you had to roll off, 13 spots puts you outside the top 10. How did you get through some of those wrecks that were happening out in front of you?
I think I got a little piece of one of them. Somebody came up and just got me right in front of the left rear. The car, I felt it, but the car just stayed straight. It was, I don't know, for once I actually got lucky and managed to squeeze my way through them. Usually I'm in them, pausing them.
Well, that is lucky for sure here. So you start your season off with a great showing here. What's the goals this season in season number 3 here with the 802 Modified Series?
My goal was to get up here and talk to you twice as much as I did last year, which means I reached my goal. So for the rest of the season, I'll probably just coast around at the back.
I mean, I can do that.
Usually when you do that, I'm behind you and I spin you out.
Well, that's why they put me up here, so that doesn't happen anymore. But hey, a great run here tonight for you, Scott. We can't wait to see what the rest of the season brings for this number 4. But what do you say? Because it still looks pretty good, other than that little bit of a dent that you talked about. Who's on the quarter panels of this?
Oh, of course, all the guys over at Full Throttle Motorsports. One of the original members over there. We've expanded, gotten better. Everybody's gotten better. We all help each other out. These guys, we're running top 4, like inches away from each other, and weren't even touching. And that's the way we like to race. DJ for the paint job on this. Dean over at Super Dirt Car. Gunner at Swan Speed Shop for all your open setups, man. He's top notch. You for doing the broadcast, obviously G Stone Motors for putting this on again, and Dino and Anthony for chipping in, helping out. Josh for running a 3rd. That was pretty awesome to see him up there. How about Speedy all the way up to 4th? I think he started in the back of the 20 and made it up to 4th. I think all those Brissettes too. I mean, they got me started in this, and 3 years ago, maybe a little more. Can't thank those guys enough. Feels good. Having my first beer of the night.
Well, he's having his first one, and we're probably taking the last one here. Tonight, though, it is Scotty Riome. He will finish P number 2 here. We get to talk to him every time. It's always a blast, I can tell you that, race fans. How about the driver, though, that'll finish P number 3 here tonight? He drives car number 7 out of New York. It is going to be Josh Leclerc. Josh, a great race for you. It seemed like you kind of hung around that 10th position for a lot of this race, but late in this one, those last about, call it 15, 20 laps, this 7 all of a sudden came to life.
Yeah, we kind of hunkered around the bottom. There was quite a bit of bite down there until the middle started to rubber up, and then everybody started to move up. But I just kept working the bottom, and it lucked out in our favor.
You talk about the bottom here. Is this a track that you know the bottom's going to come in late as long as you work at it, or was that just, well, they're not running down here, so I'm gonna?
Usually here in the early stages, the bottom holds a little bite, and then the very bottom goes away, but the middle, with the new iRacing format, it's rubbering up now, so that's pretty cool.
So tonight with a P number 3 position, late in this one, you got into the top 5. You're finished 3rd, obviously. But what were you thinking, though, when the caution flags at the end of this race started to roll? Did you think you had a shot? Because at one point, Bachman was out by about a second and a half.
All these guys are pretty good, and I'm just a weekend warrior on this thing, so I was content with top 5. I'm just happy Speedy raced me clean. I think I pinched him a couple times, but he kept it clean, and I appreciate that.
Well, you talk about a weekend warrior. Toss the iRacing stuff apart. What did you do all summer?
Raced that Devil's Bowl. We hit some Malta. We made an attempt at Oswego and failed to lock it in, but we're getting experience. We're starting to learn a lot more on these cars, so hopefully next year we can do something.
Well, we look forward to watching you this year on iRacing through the offseason, and hopefully next year we'll get to see that number 7 in person up here in the Northeast at one of those local short tracks for a lot of the race fans out there. So what do you say? Who do you got to thank back home, and who do you got to thank here on the sim that makes this car look good in real life and look good right here tonight?
Leclerc Flatworks, Reed Door Solutions, Woodard Marine, New Accounting, my wife for putting up with this stuff, Justin at G-Stone for putting on this, you for broadcasting. I got to thank Rob, Dino, Anthony, and all them for running the admins. It's fun to have something to do like this over the winter.
He said it. It's fun, and we're here. That's right. Josh Leclerc here tonight. He was here. He will finish P number 3. So with Josh Leclerc finishing in that 3rd spot, who else finished this race off here tonight? Well, it was going to be Speedy Brissett, who finishes into the 4th spot. Anthony Roselli comes across the line running in 5th. Mike Brewer finishes in 6th, while Sean Green finishes in 7th. Kelly Wheeler picks up the 8th spot at the end, and Brian Lawson, he will fall all the way back to running 9th. He came back up through the field late. How about Jimmy Geikus? He'll finish into the 10th spot. That's your unofficial top 10 here tonight as we get ready to leave Volusia. Where do we head next week? Well, that's right. We're going to head to Lernerville here in Pennsylvania. We're going to, well, have a little fun for all your race fans, that's for sure. But that's going to about wrap things up here from Volusia for race number 1 of season number 3. Sam Bachman picking up the win here tonight. We got to thank all the race fans tonight for tuning in here to watch the first race of the season. We, of course, got to thank everybody over at G-Stone Motors. Remember, G-Stone Motors located in Middlebury, Vermont. They are your certified Ford dealer to get your rig back and forth to the racetrack. Head on over to G-Stone Motors, see what they have on the lot today, or order your Ford through G-Stone Motors website and get it as soon as Ford is able to build it. I tell you, I make the batteries for those Fords. Top-notch quality stuff out there, brought to you by Ford and G-Stone Motors. But race fans, that's going to do it here tonight from the virtual Volusia Speedway. I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
Everybody has some kind of a hobby, and seems that mine was collecting stuff. I've got to the point where I've had to get rid of some of this, and G-Stone Motors, they take anything in trade. I'd trade my Caterpillar D4D bulldozer for a pickup. I think it's great service for people to trade in something. The G-Stone Motors team is a great group of people that I would recommend to anybody.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.